In recent months, Marvel's long-simmering Ant-Man film has been one of the most talked-about releases on the studio's schedule. Despite the massive box office success of Guardians of the Galaxy and the highly anticipated The Avengers: Age of Ultron arriving in theaters next summer. Granted, a good deal of that press came from writer-director Edgar Wright's shocking exit from the project, and the exhaustive search for a new filmmaker to sign on in his place. However, the film, under the direction of Peyton Reed, has finally begun production, and fans are starting to get a clearer picture of exactly how this newer version of Ant-Man will turn out when it finally hits the big screen. We've finally gotten our first glimpse of star Paul Rudd in character, and have some indications about the featured story, as well as the film's confirmed villain. Now, thanks to Screen Crush, we have yet another sign about how Marvel will tie Rudd's Scott Lang into the larger Avengers universe. Because Ant-Man is currently filming in San Francisco, set photos have begun pouring in. But while the images thus far have been relatively broad, this one includes an Easter egg that ties back to one of the first Marvel Studios releases. Astute Marvel fans may notice those green-hued beverages from their brief appearance early on in The Incredible Hulk. In that 2008 film, a drop of Bruce Banner's blood mistakenly ends up falling into a bottle, which ended up in the hands of a gentleman played by none other than Stan Lee. Of course, there's every chance that that background ad is none other than a blink and you'll miss it reference for fans. However, given that rumors are flying that Marvel is doing its best to include connective tissue to other long-standing Marvel Cinematic Universe characters in this film, it stands to reason that Banner himself could show up at some point. From a business standpoint, introducing one of the existing Avengers into Ant-Man's world early on makes sense, especially considering that some fans who were anticipating Wright's take on the character are already viewing the film with a suspicious eye. Banner, of course, already popped up in the post-credits scene from Iron Man 3. So there is a precedent for Mark Ruffalo to make a cameo in another character's solo film. Do you think this Easter egg implies a greater connection between Ant-Man and the Hulk and the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Are you hoping that Banner with and Lang and or Hank Pym, Michael Douglas, come face to face? Sound off in the comments below with your thoughts. Ant-Man hits theaters on July 17, 2015.